So we have had trouble with groundhogs. We had at least 2 living underneath our house. There are at least 3 others that we know of that are over this way. We got the 2 out from underneath our house. We don't know if there's more under there. We have voles, we have snakes, and that's just what we've seen. So let me show you some of my pest evidence. All right, so you see this hole that used to be covered. Something has broken it and is now going underneath here. This is underneath our house. When we moved in, Tiny Tim and Fluffy, they would go underneath our house. We have blocked this off, but we actually have a cat door on the other side, and we saw the groundhogs going in and out of the cat door. So we have now locked that. Hey y'all, and good morning. We are very excited here on Basco Family Farm because we were sent a product for free, but they did ask that we would review it. So we're not getting paid for this, but we'll tell you if it's good or not. So this is a solar powered mole repellent. It comes with 4 of these screws, and it's good for 5,000 square feet of coverage from moles and voles, groundhogs and snakes, any ground dweller. How it works is it needs to have sun for the batteries to get charged. You twist it down into the ground, you press the button on, and it sends out this noise that irritates the ground dwellers, and they go elsewhere where they're not going to be experiencing this. Okay, so it comes with a 90-day guarantee. If there's anything wrong with the product, we just send it back and they'll send you one that is working properly. And it also comes with a lifetime warranty. You just scan the QR code and register it, and you're good to go. So we're gonna go ahead and install it. We're gonna wait 2 weeks, see what we think, and then we'll give you the review, which is now what you're about to watch. So hopefully we like it, and we'll let you know what we think. Hey y'all, I forgot the best part. XPest is sharing with y'all a 40% off discount code. I'll link it down in the description below. All right, you'll see this hole. I've not had anything digging in my garden. Oops. There's one, the first one I showed you over there, that one, and this one. They are new, and they are from something burrowing, and I'm pretty certain they're burrowing over here because I put the stakes in the ground next to the house. So the stakes are working. They're driving the burrowing creatures away from our house, which is great. So the solar powered mole repellent screws, they seem to be working. Tiny Tim caught this vole this morning and left it for us, and he's been catching a number of them recently, far more than average. So I think they are relocating, making them vulnerable for him to catch. So far so good with the screws. All right, it's my first day back from being out of town, and we just harvested all this corn. We're gonna husk it because we know there's some bugs and stuff in there. So we're gonna go ahead and do that now. Hey y'all, and good morning. It is Wednesday. My in-laws were here yesterday. You all see a difference? My father-in-law cut down this tree, so there is no shade here. So we're slowly but surely clearing out this debris with the help of my father-in-law. Hi ladies. So we moved a number of the branches from the mimosa into the chicken coop because when it rains, it's pretty muddy in here. So, and the mimosa trees are in the bean family, the legume family. The birds eat the leaves on here and the seed pods, and then they have perches from the branches to get their little feet up off the wet soil after rain, because chickens, they are not supposed to keep their feet wet for a while. This is our quarantine chicken enclosure. I don't think I've shown y'all this very much. We have 2 birds in here that they have bandages on their feet because they have what's called bumblefoot. They had like a nick and then it got infected. So we treated their feet And then we have 3 girls in here who are broody, so we're trying to break their broodiness. Good morning, y'all. It is about to thunderstorm out, but I wanted to show you guys a couple things in the garden. See that with all of the little white things on it? That's actually a hornworm, and the white things are cocoons from wasps. And what happened was a mother wasp came and laid her eggs under the skin of this hornworm. The babies then hatched and have been feeding on this hornworm, and then they will hatch and fly away. The hornworm will just be extremely weak. And normally I would pluck off a hornworm, but because it's a good parasite that the hornworm has on it that's beneficial to me, we're just leaving it, because hopefully all of these wasps, they come back and attack any future hornworms in later seasons. So my mother-in-law was so sweet, and she cut all this grass by hand with a tiny little like scythe, because she wanted to make sure the pumpkin plants weren't getting choked out by the weeds. But we were concerned after she started doing it, the plants didn't look very happy. They kind of flopped over, and we were concerned they were going to die. It is the day after, and I'm inspecting these plants, and they don't really look that distressed or anything. So I think we're good. We're going to be, I guess, doing an experiment. If these ones that had the grass cleared on them do better, then this is another variety, a larger pumpkin variety. But if they do better than these ones that have the grass growing up around them. Do you see the watermelon? Ta-da! This one's just hanging. We have something like 10 watermelons just behind this one. There are some behind the fence here. See if I can get them on camera. Oh yes, here we go. This is my first time. Well, I tried to grow watermelon in California and that did not go well. But so this is, I guess, my second attempt. Okay, there's a watermelon right here. I'm trying to get it on camera for y'all. Can you see that one? Right here. It's about the same size as this one, maybe a little bit bigger. And what I heard about watermelon is they need a lot of water. So we've been, well, Daniel, while I've been out of town, he's been taking special care to give them lots of water. Oh, here's our, what Daniel's calling our twins. See this guy? It's like 2 hands length. This one's a little bit smaller next to it. Here's our corn stalks. Each corn stalk produces 2 ears of corn. There was one here, and where was the other one? I think it might have been lower down, like about there. So they're just good for 2 ears of corn. This one, see the top, it's still a light color. When it turns a dark brown, I'll go ahead and harvest this ear. And with these stalks that no longer have ears on them, I'm going to be cutting them down and letting them dry out, and I'll use them as decoration. It's kind of a thing out here. People use them for decoration around fall and Thanksgiving. Here's another ear of corn. It's starting to brown, but I want it a little more brown before I take this one. This one's rather small, so it'll probably go to the chickens. All of our tiny ones, see this tiny little one here? We gave all these tiny little ones to the chickens. Here is the butternut squash. So it's spreading out into the walkway, but I thought it was going to be much bigger than the watermelon vines. And we have butternut squash. To me, they look like they're ready to harvest, but I was reading online and it said you want to harvest them when the bottoms are like an orange color. And I don't see any orange on that, so I'm gonna give it a little more time. It takes over 100 days for the fruit to mature, and it's not been 100 days yet. Here's our green beans. With the green beans, I tried to harvest them about this size before I left town, as many as I could, because I knew it was going to get out of control with so many green beans. And this is actually kind of too big, because when you go to eat it, this side of the green bean and the top, it's gonna be really stringy, and you're gonna wanna peel both sides off, and then you could eat the flesh with the seeds. It won't be as soft as the younger beans. But Dale and I don't really need this food right now. So, and it's a lot of time to pick them and process them. So my game plan is I'm just gonna let this go out of control. I'm gonna let the plant die. I'm going to let the green bean pods dry out. Then I'm gonna gather them all and I'm gonna shell them, and we will have the white bean inside.